Introduction. Positive mental attitude. What if I told you that most people fail not because they lack talent, resources, or intelligence, but because of one silent saboteur, their attitude? And I don't mean just thinking happy thoughts. I'm talking about a deep, strategic mindset shift, the kind that turns failure into fuel and doubt into dominance. That's positive mental attitude, or PMA, and if you don't understand how to use it, you're playing life on hard mode. In a world full of setbacks, uncertainty, and constant noise, your mental attitude becomes your steering wheel. The problem? Most folks are driving blind, reacting instead of responding, surviving instead of building. But those who master PMA, they think and grow rich, not just in money, but in purpose, power, and peace. You've probably heard the term, but today, we're breaking it down like never before. So if you've ever wondered how to stay positive every day without faking it, or how to apply the best Napoleon Hill principles in real life, this is for you. Whether you're fighting procrastination, rebuilding after failure, or chasing a bigger dream, this isn't just motivation, it's a blueprint. Let's decode how to develop a positive mindset that holds up under pressure and unlock the mindset hacks for success no one taught you in school. Topic 1. Core message. What is PMA? There's a difference between hoping things will get better and choosing to see things better every single day. That's the essence of positive mental attitude, PMA. Napoleon Hill didn't just talk about optimism as a feel-good mindset. He described it as a power switch, one that can either fuel your progress or keep you stuck. When life throws a curveball, it's not just about surviving, it's about responding constructively. That response? That's where PMA lives. Now, PMA isn't about ignoring reality. It's about interpreting reality through a lens of possibility. You've probably met people who light up a room and others who drain it. That's attitude in action. PMA is what keeps someone moving when results don't show up immediately or when setbacks feel personal. Think of someone like Thomas Edison, who reframed 10,000 failures as discovering 10,000 ways that didn't work. That's PMA applied. Hill believed every adversity holds a hidden advantage, but only if you're looking for it. That search is a choice. It's the same choice behind how to develop a positive mindset or apply mindset hacks for success. And once that switch is on, other success principles Napoleon Hill talks about, like faith, self-discipline, and persistence, start to actually work. But what makes this mindset tick? Let's zoom in on its parts. Topic 2. Defining PMA and its components. Positive mental attitude isn't just a vague good vibes only slogan, it's made up of specific traits. According to Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone, PMA includes faith, hope, courage, optimism, initiative, generosity, tolerance, integrity, tact, kindness, and common sense. These aren't just fluffy words, they're skills, and like muscles, they get stronger with use. When you train your mind to default to optimism instead of worry, you're not being naive, you're being strategic. Especially when you're working on how to stay positive every day. Let's take initiative as an example. It means acting without waiting for permission, which is a core part of how to think like a winner. Imagine someone loses their job unexpectedly. Someone with PMO won't sit around binge-watching doubt. They'll update their resume, call a mentor, and start creating opportunity where others see none. That's not just hustle, it's the attitude that underlies every daily success habit that actually works. Each of these components of PMA acts like a filter through which you experience life. When a challenge hits, do you respond with anger or curiosity? With blame or possibility? The best Napoleon Hill principles aren't philosophical, they're practical. PMA turns your attention from what went wrong to what can I do now? And to do that daily, you need a mental training plan. So how do you build that PMA muscle in real life? Topic 3. PMA in everyday life. Habits and mindset practices. Here's the truth. PMA doesn't show up when you need it. It shows up when you've trained for it. Think of it like emotional conditioning. Every time you choose to redirect a negative thought, you're building mental strength. That's why success mindset training isn't just a buzzword. It's your daily workout for resilience. Start with one powerful ritual, listing 3 things you've learned from past failures. Humor is another underrated mindset hack for success. Ever laughed in the middle of a meltdown? It's not denial, it's chemistry. Humor changes your brain's chemistry and creates emotional distance so you can think clearly. Hill even encouraged people to laugh when irritated, like when traffic's jammed or meetings get canceled. It's a micro win that sets you up to overcome negative thoughts fast. Another practical habit? Avoid getting dragged into petty arguments. PMA doesn't have time for ego-driven debates. It's focused on progress. When someone throws negativity your way, try this. Pause, smile, and mentally say, "Not my storm." That's mental discipline in action. These mindset habits don't just help you stay positive, they make you predictably powerful in daily life. But how does PMA fit into the larger success puzzle? Topic 4. PMA Within. Hill's Success Framework. Picture your mindset as the lens through which you see every opportunity or miss it. In Napoleon Hill's system, PMA sits right in the middle of the success formula, fueling everything else. You can have a clear goal, definite purpose, and even say affirmations daily, auto-suggestion. But if your attitude is poisoned with doubt, you're just spinning your wheels. PMA is what breathes life into those steps. It's like the spark plug in a car, it won't start without it. Let's say you've got a great business idea. You believe in it, faith, you speak it into existence, affirmation, but your inner voice is whispering, it probably won't work. That's a red flag. Without PMA, you'll hesitate to act, miss windows of opportunity, or sabotage your own momentum. Positive thinking in action doesn't mean pretending everything's perfect. It means choosing how to engage with the imperfection. That choice drives your progress. When PMA is active, it fuels self-discipline, encourages persistent action, and eventually snowballs into momentum. This is the real secret behind how to develop a positive mindset that gets results, not just vibes. It's why the best Napoleon Hill principles work like compound interest. Each one reinforces the next. But for PMA to stick, it needs daily reinforcement like a mental workout routine. So what might that look like? Topic 5. PMA Practice Template. Let's make this real because PMA isn't built in your head, it's built in your habits. First thing in the morning, try this. Write down 3 challenges you've faced in life and 1 lesson you're grateful for from each. It's not just feel-good fluff, it rewires your brain to see struggle as useful. That's one of the best ways to train a success mindset that actually sticks. Gratitude, when linked to past adversity, becomes your strongest fuel. Follow it with a simple affirmation. Something like, "I act with purpose and optimism today." Keep it short, emotional, and repeatable. You can write it on your mirror or make it your phone wallpaper. These small mental nudges help keep you focused when distractions hit, and believe me, they will hit. If your mind doesn't have something to chew on, it'll snack on negativity. At midday, take 60 seconds and check in. What's my dominant thought right now? If it's defeatist or negative, reframe it on the spot. For example, turn "this day is a mess" into "this is a test of my ability to adapt." And in the evening, jot down 3 wins, no matter how small. Even "I pause before reacting" counts. That's how you install daily success habits that build real momentum. But what should you say to yourself when things really go sideways? Topic 6. Affirmations and sample prompts. The words you say to yourself when no one's listening, they shape your results. That's why affirmations aren't just motivational fluff, they're programming tools. When you repeat statements like, "I choose to see the opportunity in every situation," you're building neural pathways that support action, not anxiety. And when you pair them with emotion, boom, your brain takes them seriously. That's how to think like a winner, even when things feel off track. Let's get practical. If you're dealing with uncertainty, say, setbacks reinforce my growth. My positive mindset transforms obstacles. If fear is creeping in, go with, my thoughts create my path. I direct my mind toward purpose. These aren't just phrases, they're shields. Use them first thing in the morning, or even while driving, walking, or prepping for a big conversation. Over time, they shift how you respond, not just how you feel. Want to go deeper? Try weekly reflection prompts. Ask yourself, what small act improved someone's day today? Or what negative experience taught me something valuable this week? These mindset hacks for success keep your thoughts sharp and your emotions balanced. They push you out of autopilot and into conscious growth. But of course, even with PMA, there are traps people fall into without realizing it. Topic 7. Common pitfalls and corrections. Here's the truth most mindset gurus won't admit. You can overdose on positivity. Yep, too much cheerfulness without discernment becomes toxic optimism. PMA doesn't mean pretending everything's amazing while your life's burning down. It means seeing the fire and calmly figuring out how to put it out. When you're learning how to develop a positive mindset, don't bypass reality. Embrace it and use it as fuel. Another common trap? Shoving down real emotions in the name of staying positive. That's not strength, it's emotional denial. PMA isn't about rejecting sadness, fear, or anger. It's about acknowledging them, then choosing your response instead of reacting on autopilot. When you're practicing Napoleon Hill PMA, remember, real power lies in conscious redirection, not suppression. And here's a big one. Don't confuse belief with laziness. PMA is not a permission slip to sit around and hope. If you're not backing your mindset with disciplined action, you're just daydreaming with flair. Think and Grow Rich explained this clearly. Faith without action is dead. True positive thinking is productive. It's about building success habits and following through. So how do we pull all this together in a way that actually works day by day? Topic 8. Summary table. If you want PMA to be more than a cool idea, break it into behaviors. First up, gratitude. But not just "I'm thankful for coffee" kind of stuff. Look for value in setbacks. Think about what your last challenge taught you. That's how you turn pain into progress and keep your mindset sharp, even when things get uncomfortable. It's one of the fastest ways to overcome negative thoughts fast. Next comes thought control. Don't just think positive, get specific. If a belief makes you feel small, flip it with intention. "I'm not good at this" becomes "I'm learning something powerful." Pair that with a reset button like laughter or music when things get heavy. These aren't gimmicks, they're emotional hacks that help you stay on course. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress with perspective. Now layer in daily actions. Pick one step every day that aligns with your bigger goal, whether it's sending that email, going for a walk, or turning your phone off to focus. Do a mindset check-in by lunchtime, then reflect on your wins at night. This loop of intentional action is how Napoleon Hill success works in the real world. But now that you've seen the pieces, let's zoom out and talk about why this matters more than ever. Conclusion. Positive mental attitude. So now that you've seen the power behind a positive mental attitude, what will you do with it? Will you keep reacting to life like a passenger? Or will you finally grab the wheel and start driving with purpose? The truth is, nothing changes until your mindset does. And the moment you start applying these principles, affirmations, gratitude, mental resets, you'll feel it. Momentum building, clarity returning, power igniting. But here's the thing, knowing isn't enough. Transformation only happens when you act. So I want to challenge you. What's one belief you're ready to reframe today? What's one negative thought you'll stop feeding, and what empowering belief will you replace it with? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your shift. This is where success starts, right here. And hey, if you're serious about mastering your mindset and living the success principles Napoleon Hill taught, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay close, because this channel is your personal training ground for growth, grit, and greatness. You ready? Let's build a mindset so strong, even setbacks can't shake it.